Welcome to This is Kimberly A. Bryant. I'm Kimberly, co-host of the Pop Culture Green Room with my twin sister. But this is my solo space to dive deeper. I'm bringing you lifestyle, pop culture, hot topics, reality TV, and fashion, with a little flavor on the side. From hitting local hotspots to cooking with your favorite celebs, we're keeping it fresh, fun, and always on trend. Let's go. Hey, oh my God, what's going on? All y'all good people. This is, of course, Kimberly A. Bryant from the Pop Culture Green Room. I'm joined here with Danielle Peterson, aka DaniGossipGirl of Pop Culture Expose. And what is going on?
Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Love Island family. We are happy to be back for one last weekly live Love Island season 7 recap. Not that there's not more to come with Love Island, which we'll get to at the end, but we've laughed, we've screamed, we've chugged in solidarity. So, again, get your drinks ready. And tonight we are bringing all of that and more as we officially close out one of the wildest and maybe most disappointing season yet, but still wild. So, Kimberly, from Casa Chaos to Soul Tide Kisses, from unforgettable dumpings to spicy hideaway hookups, Eat That Kitty. We got every last moment covered. So, guys, everyone, settle in for this finale with all of us and the drama.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm excited about it because as soon as we got together tonight, I just started laughing hysterically just thinking about some scenes I wanted to talk about. And I'm like, all right, okay, let me chill for a little bit. Yes, Erin, smiling with Erin D. She's like, I was here first.
Yes, thank you, Erin. Yes, we will not forget that. Thank you. So it's exciting. Kimberly and our energies are high. The vibes are here. Erin D is in the house. Ready. We also have a giveaway going on, Kimberly. So let's get into it. So tonight we're not just talking finale. We're throwing a little Love Island themed celebration. And yes, that includes one epic giveaway that we're doing. So one lucky viewer will walk away with a personalized phone case, either with your name on it or saying, I got a text. Your choice of a themed tumbler or a Love Island coffee mug. There will also be magnets and stickers to slap all of your water bottle, laptop, suitcase if you're headed to Casa More yourself. Really yes. And then exclusive Love Island coloring pages, because let's be real, we all need to de-stress after the emotional roller coaster of this finale. So if you want in, this is how you do it. Be here live with us. Like and subscribe to both Kimberly and I's YouTube channels. Her channel is the Pop Culture Green Room. You can find me on DaniGossipGirl. Follow us on Instagram as well. Same handles. And most importantly, be like Erin D and engage in the live chat. We're watching, we're laughing, and we'll announce the winner in next week's live when we take all of the participants' names down. We'll enter it in one of those computer little raffles. So we'll announce it next week on Wednesday's live. But Kimberly, are you excited for everything that we have going on? The giveaway and all?
Oh my gosh, I am very excited. I'm glad that we decided to do a giveaway because we were getting a little sad too about this coming to an end. But of course, we've got great news coming about that. But I was excited for the giveaway, like I said, but also, I laughed so hard and I was just so in this, emotionally this season. And then when the episode ended, I was just I got sad. I didn't know what to do with myself.
I know, right?
I was for saying that I really didn't get into Love Island until, like I said, Ariana Madix is the reason why I started watching last season, because I just wanted to, see her go from Vanderpump Rules to hosting this television show. And I mean, I just got sucked into the content of the show. It was just, I was in it. And then, of course, Ace, me already being a fan of his, it's like, I went to social media and seeing he was going to be on Love Island. I was like, okay, so yeah, girl, I'm here for it. I'm ready.
Yes. So before we actually dive into these last couple of episodes, so Kimberly and I don't have as many episodes to cover as we have the previous weeks because the week was, half as long considering the episode ended on a Sunday instead of, the typical Tuesday, so to say. But before we get into it, as always, we have a fun drinking game. So, we've saved our most fun and unhinged drinking game for the last of the recap. So here's how to play along with us during the live. Take a sip when someone says, I didn't expect this. Or a final couple says, we've come so far. That is probably a lot. You spot, especially if you're Nick and Alondra, I feel like that was said the most. It definitely was not said with Bryant and Huda. Yeah. Also, take a sip when you spot a bombshell you completely forgot was on the show. I mean, kind of sometimes with Iris, a little bit. A couple has to.
More than I have to admit.
Me too. When we put together our final 3, they weren't even in our radar at all.
We kept going back to I kept for sure going back to Austin for whatever reason, and he had been gone, and
yeah. And even when I do any of my polls, I forget to put them in. I think they're both incredible people. I think they are a good match, which we'll get into. Sure. They just weren't as in front of the screen, but that could be because that's only what production is showing us. But also take another sip if a couple has to define their relationship again. Take 2 sips when the villa erupts into gossip right after a date, or someone cries happy tears or said they almost did, or the final dates involve fireworks, boats, or horses. So not horses that much this episode, but 4th, take 2 sips when Beyond the Villa is teased and you're low-key excited. Speaking of which, Kimberly and I will be recapping those first 2 episodes of Beyond the Villa next week. So check us out on Wednesday.
I can't wait.
Take a big gulp when a breakup happens mid-date and it's more awkward than dramatic, or Islanders act shocked about who the public voted for. Amaya is always so good at that. Shock and or a couple suddenly says, I love you, and you didn't see it coming, which, you know what? For the first time in Love Island history, that I almost used a bad word. I'm not going to swear this early in today's live, but for the first time, that did not happen.
Why not?
In Love Island history.
I'm being bad. I'm like, hear me, I'm over here.
Friendship Island, Influence Island, what producers? But I think they're going to do right by us next year. I am optimistic. Take a big gulp when a montage tries to make a non-couple feel like end game. And babies, finish your drink if your favorite couple doesn't win. You get emotionally wrecked by the final speeches, or someone storms off camera on their last night. Or you're still spiraling because there was no movie night this season, although they couldn't have done any movie night this season because that would have completely obliterated the house. They need some time to get their synergy back and get those warm fuzzies. If they had movie night, they would have never turned to the show back around. I don't think it would have just been pure dramatic.
I believe so.
Hopefully, Kimberly and everyone, you guys got your drinks ready. It's the finale, and we are going out with a buzz.
Cherry Coke with lime. Because you know me, I don't drink, but I popped the CBD gummy. So.
I love my Cokes with lemons.
Oh, I haven't done that in a minute. I've been squirting lime juice in mine lately for whatever reason.
Yeah, but I'm just having one beer tonight, a Red Bull, and a sparkling water. I am not double fisting. I am triple fisting tonight, all.
There you go. You got
Beverages.
your energy,
Beverages.
your hydration, and your
Yes.
spirits. That's
And
funny.
there will be various live polls that I have in the chat as well. So make sure to partake in that if able. And feel free to drop in also where you guys are located at. Would love to
Yeah,
know who's
for
watching and
sure.
where
I
you all
know.
are
Yeah.
located at. For anyone who is not aware, I am from the Chicago area in Kimberly.
Mhm. I am right outside of Baton Rouge. Yeah, I had to think about it for a second. I'm like, where am I
I
at
know you're in
today?
the middle of
Oh,
moving, but
Baton Rouge.
girl,
Yeah, I'm
represent where you're at. Come on
I know. Well,
now.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, oh my gosh, I go around so much because I'm literally like moving and like literally, what's today?
Yeah.
Like what, 16 days or something like that. Less than that. I don't know. It's like I'm
So
all over the place. But
exciting.
yes, I know.
So
But
be on
before
the
that, I
lookout for new backgrounds in the future, everyone. But let's get into it, Kimberly. So in this season 7 recap, we start off week 6 with episode 33, and that's all about Viva La emotions, their surprises, sand hearts, and second chances. So it starts off with a farewell of Clark and Taylor. The episode opens up on an emotional note. The Islanders are still reeling from Clark and Taylor being dumped. It's a tough goodbye, especially for Nick and Alondra, who both expressed bittersweet support for Taylor's happiness. All the guys feel gutted, especially knowing how genuine Taylor was. The energy is heavy, but respectful. Going back to last week, we did touch on this a little bit. Kimberly, what was your overall thoughts about where Taylor and Clark was at that point and their overall departure? Do you feel like anyone else should have gone before them? What are your thoughts? Because a lot of people are up in arms about Taylor and Clark going home and the next couple going home before others. So what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, to me, I really didn't have like too much of an opinion about it in a way, I guess, because it's like, mainly because I just felt for Alondra in it, even though like I could tell that I could tell that Taylor wasn't really into it. He wasn't really into her as much as he was into Taylor. But then it's like I felt kind of like it was just like it almost showed to me. I put myself in her shoes. I would have kind of felt like, oh, well, that kind of sucks. Like right in front of my face, so you see like them two like hitting it off, like the sparks are flying and the fireworks and everything. And then here I am, I guess like trying to make things work with Nick. But then again, I guess it is real, whatever they've got going on. I don't know. I'm still trying to debate that. But so it's like I really didn't feel like kind of like either way about it in a way, but it's I do think that he and Clark are an actual like thing. It's interesting. I'm curious to see how they do like outside of the villa.
I think in an interview, I think she mentioned she's going to go out to him so they can try to give it a try. So we will see.
The file files, weren't they?
I think so. Or maybe it was like Entertainment Tonight, something along those lines. I'm going to launch a poll. If people feel like they will last, will Taylor and Clark, or how long?
That is a good question. What are y'all thoughts, everybody?
How long will Taylor and Clark last? One month, 3 months.
Poll is coming.
Over a year. Forever.
That is a good question.
So let us know your thoughts in the poll. But very interesting. I was happy in the end. I think he found his person. He just should have handled it so much better. He would have had a smoother ride. He would have definitely been in the final 4 or 3 if he had done that. But he moved. He moved in the villa breadcrumbing Alondra, not just being upfront and honest. So all the best to them. I am really curious to see how they're going to go. But speaking of triangles, that leads us into Nick and Alondra, who is all into the public approval, but the private question. So they feel validated by America's vote, but the sudden public support has everyone and likely fans wondering, is this a true connection or are they just playing it just right? Nick admits he is giddy and excited to explore things further. Alondra seems more open than ever, but the chemistry still feels a little bit cautious, in my opinion. Their flirty moment during the Vegas themed challenge confirms at least one thing. They're no longer just villa friends, and their photo booth kiss later seals that soul tie vibe. So the age-old question that we're going to always ask, and I don't know when we're going to ever stop asking this, are they for real or not?
See, I don't know that I don't think that they are. I think that they may be trying and attempting to, but then again, now it's like the more I see them together, it's kind of like I think they're trying to see what's there. Who knows? I don't know, but it's because to me, it's like the way I look at it is I'm wondering who put who in a friend zone first. Because typically, usually how it goes is if a male puts a woman in a friend zone, 95% of the time they will never, ever, ever take them out of the friend zone.
Oh,
but women,
I think it was her though.
Women are more likely to take a man out of the friend zone and date them. So that's how I'm kind of curious as to like.
Where's the bish therapist when we need one, man? Or when we need her. No, I mean, I feel like it was Alondra that friend zoned him because he was still trying to explore it even in like the second or third challenge when they had a chance to kiss others. He picked her as one of his one of two. He picked her. But then he shifted from Bella to Sierra, and I just think at that point, like Alondra just didn't want to mess with that. So I feel like she friend zoned him. And you could tell by her reactions when he's saying, "Oh, I feel this and that," or "Did you know this and that?" And she's like, "What, Nikki Poo? What?" Like she's like, it's like, you're my friend. Why are you saying that? So, but we'll see. I mean, the true test is going to be if they make it the year, and if not, do they end up breaking up right after Love Island season 8 is over next year? That will be the test.
Yeah, that will be the test. See, now this is the time where I want to sit there and I want to fast forward time and see how things go. Why do I want to do that? Why am I wanting everything to move so fast?
Take it easy. Take it easy.
I need to slow my roll.
No, me as well. So we got to slow our roll. Next is Ace and Shelly. They go from rocky to romantic. They both confess that they feared being dumped. Ace admits the public vote had him second-guessing everything. Shelly was nervous too, but they both found comfort in each other post-recoupling. Their chemistry during Viva La Villa challenge was peak fun, creative, cheeky, and flowing naturally. at that ending, Ace pulls the most romantic move of the season because
I agree.
they,
Yeah, that was kind of romantic.
yes, because they were voted into the Hideaway as, is it the second couple into the Hideaway?
It was, yeah, I believe it was the second couple.
The second or third couple into the Hideaway.
It was the second. Or am I wrong? Maybe we should look that up. Let me see if I can find it.
No. They're like at least the third. Because
Okay.
remember, did Jeremiah and Huda go into the Hideaway early on, right? Or am I just getting confused with their date?
Were they the first ones to go?
I think so.
I think you may be right. I think they were.
I think so. I don't know. Who knows? I will just say, sometimes depending on how the couples are going and if they are strong, they get rewarded with something like this being the Hideaway. So have there been stronger connections throughout this season? And I feel like that is probably part of the reason why Huda and Jeremiah were treated to their own date and possibly the Hideaway. Who knows? We could have just blacked out during that and totally be going Delulu on that. But you get rewarded the more stronger, the more genuine connection, the more you put yourself out there. So I also feel like that's part of the reason why we didn't see that much Hideaway, or why in the last couple of years it's been towards the end of the season getting into the Hideaway as compared to earlier on. Because in previous seasons, there has been more Hideaway and from earlier on in the season too.
It's true. I can't believe it.
So curious. But Ace marked in the sand a heart with an A plus C for Ace and Shelly, of course. A love letter where he calls her his Cinderella who got away. He typed a cute little message on his phone for her. He asked for her to be exclusive, and she says yes with the biggest blush of the season. What did you think of this, Kimberly? And do you think they are legit, or do they switch it up, and are they just playing because they know how the public really feels?
I actually think that this might be a legit couple, a legit thing, and it's mainly because of the fact that they met each other before and they've got that previous connection. And I think that there may be something a little bit more to that we don't know about, that we may not be privy to, like before the series started, about their relationship. I don't know. Maybe it's just me in my mind, in my head. I wish that they had like this whole little thing going on, like flirtation thing, and it's like, maybe next lifetime I'll see you again, or whatever. And then all of a sudden, boom, they're both in love together. I don't know. That's just me, my imagination. I wish it was something.
It's like Serendipity. Did you see that movie, Serendipity?
Yeah, years ago.
Yeah, it's like that. Hold on, I gotta close my door real quick. Hold on, just 1 second.
Yeah, good. How is everybody doing tonight? I know we started early. We actually started on time, pretty much, compared to how we normally would. But I had all my shit and my equipment together this time, so I'm excited, y'all. I can't wait to talk about. Oh wait, let me see.
Sorry, girl.
Don't be sorry. I just get all excited and start trying to jump ahead. And I'm like, let me just shut up.
No, you never need to shut up. I mean, I'm just so curious to know where all these couples are going to go over the next year. I want to say that they are genuine, but I don't know. We shall see. Next is Chris and Huda. Talk about an emotional whirlwind, girl. Tensions still linger from episode 32, that PDA fight that they got into. Chris is mentally checked out. but clarifies it's from the conversation, not their connection. Bullshit. He tells Huda her priorities are confusing, wanting intimacy in the bedroom, but without public affection. Huda insists she's trying, and her past cough, Jeremiah, still affects how she acts. The villa is split, but most understand where she's coming from. I think most understand both sides, but depending on who's friends with who, one might lean more to one other side, except if you are a happy medium like Amaya Papaya. So Amaya does step in and gently helps Huda, considering Chris' perspective too. What did you think of this argument?
So I thought, from watching them, from my observation, to me, I thought that Huda was like, whenever people come around, she didn't want to like kiss him or like make out like in front of everybody. But which to me, I'm like, okay, you signed up for this television show, like this is what you're doing. You're supposed to be out in the open, like doing things. But like, so I don't know. I thought that was kind of like a scapegoat. I was actually on Chris's side for that argument.
Like, don't get me wrong, I get it. And also, if I was in his shoes as a female, I would feel a certain way until you step back and realize where she's coming from, everything she has been put through in the house as well. She also comes from a Middle Eastern background. I don't know how into PDA they are in the first place. So
about that. Yeah.
I don't know. You come from that type of family. You're not normally surrounded by PDA. That's not something normally encouraged as well. So to Aaron's point, she does seem more uncomfortable in public. And maybe one of the first times she opened up in public with PDA was Jeremiah, and the Islanders constantly threw it back in her face. So why would she want that to happen again to her the second time around, and as the season's coming to an end?
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. That's valid. I guess I just put myself in the position where I've been, like in years ago, where it's kind of like someone would pick and choose, like if they're PDA, or they wouldn't do it, and then it's kind of like, oh wait, you act like you're all affectionate, lovey-dovey, like when no one's around, or like but get out in public and you're like, you don't know me or want to talk to me or anything. So it's like I think I was being selfish. I was looking at it from my standpoint, but no, it's that I mean, yeah. And Erin makes a good point. She said, and I didn't think about that. It could be a culture thing. So that's one thing I did not think about and consider at all. So I'm really glad that she called it to my attention.
And I'm sure Huda will get into it more, because it was just announced a couple hours ago that, just like Amaya, Huda is going to be on Call Her Daddy tomorrow.
Oh, is she? Oh, sweet. I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yeah, they originally said that she was supposed to, but that for whatever reason, Alex Cooper didn't want her. But I guess that was a lie. So she is going to be on there and looking as amazing as ever. But getting back to the actual villa, Amaya and Bryant do try to play matchmaker, literally tricking Huda and Chris into running into each other on the dock. Their conversation is vulnerable, sweet, and a turning point. She apologizes. They both agreed to work on how they communicate and show love. Chris agrees to meet her where she's at, and Huda asks for more morning affections, and she will try as well. And it does seem like she is trying more after that point. Maybe not to how he wants it, but it seems like she's putting forth an effort, just as he's like still pulling back. I feel like he agrees to things with her, Kimberly, and then also says, oh, I'm okay with this, we're cool. But then he constantly contradicts what he was saying. What do you think?
I think he doesn't know what he wants. That's the only thing I could come up with.
Maybe,
But
or is he trying to play a game? Like, I don't know. He says he's not trying to play a game, but sometimes people who speak up the loudest that they're not this or that are really this and that. He says, "Oh, I don't need to be here. I don't need this. You know, I could be playing basketball," which is a true statement, but I don't know. I whiplash from him.
Which, I mean, valid point. But I think I'm just looking at it as a man his age. And then he's thrown into this situation, which is a great one. Great opportunity. And I think he's just trying to navigate it properly. Well, not properly. I say like loosely, but I think he's, well, I don't know. Now they said now now that I'm talking it out loud and thinking it through, okay, maybe he is playing a game. It's funny. It took for me to listen to you. Then I'm piecing together everything in my head and then talking it out. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Okay, all right.
Maybe I'm just jaded, but I did just launch another poll in my chat. Whose side are you on? Huda or Chris? I almost put Huda or Jeremiah. I said Jeremiah on my brain. Oh, he was just so good to look at. Everybody says the consistent theme that I'm seeing online is that Bryant ended up being what everyone thought Chris was, and Chris ended up being what everyone thought Brian was. I think everyone thought Brian was an F-boy, and Chris was this mature, I have it together type of man, and it turned out to be the opposite. Because I don't think Chris is as emotionally controlled and mature as he tries to play himself off to be. Not saying that he's not more than others, but he's not to the level that he tries to play it off to be, or that his mom or his sister plays it off to be too.
See, and I agree with you. Yeah, I do agree with you because I could see that. I could see that from a mile away.
Yeah. But next is the consistent low-key couple, Iris and Pepe, who are steamy and solid. So Iris is all in. She tells Pepe she is ready to go all the way. Wink, wink. I can't wink.
Break that back.
Yes, their emotional connection is backed by some serious physical chemistry. The Islanders joke about how they made twins in the Vegas challenge. Bonus fact, Pepe casually drops that he went to Harvard. I was surprised to learn that. Next is obviously everyone's favorite couple, Amaya and Brian, lovers and matchmakers they are. And they are happier than ever post-Hideaway. Amaya says she wakes up every day knowing they made the right choice in each other. She says he gets her like nobody else. Brian says that she's his safe space and the light to his dark. In addition to being the couple to beat, they also step up as villain matchmakers, especially with the, as we mentioned, that scheme to get Huda and Chris together. So how are you feeling as their relationship is growing, especially after that Hideaway?
My cheeks are burning. Like I am like, they make me, it's so cute. It's like, I love it. They make me so happy because they're just adorable. Like I really could see them actually working and as a couple, like just like their backgrounds, and then they complement each other so well. It's just, I mean, if the timing's right, which to me looks like it could be, I definitely hope they keep exploring that because I think there's something really there and something that's special.
And they can totally be themselves as well, which
and I love the way he would speak. What really just got me and won me over with him and like almost moved me to tears was like the way he stood up for her and the way he went to bat for her. And I was just like, You so hard. Like,
Yes.
I love that when a man would sit there and stand up for a woman like that. Like I love that.
Yes. Agreed. Earlier in this episode, there was the Viva La Vida challenge. We just did the couple breakdown. So with this episode's challenge, Vegas comes to the villa. It's wet, it's wild, the sexy challenge as always. Includes sliding down stripper poles, boogie boarding across a foam pit. Drink transfer on a spinning bar, but at least it's not like drink from mouth to mouth because that's always
that was nice.
gross. And bubble-filled pool kisses. I'd be totally down with that. This girl loves bubbles and kissing, so bring it on.
Oh, that's fun.
The highlights are Iris and Pepe with Passion Overload, and Maya and Brian, Steam and Sass, plus another Eat That Kitty chant. Chris and Huda, she rocks it. He jiggles. Shelly and Ace are fun, flirt, and jackpot worthy. Nick and Alondria, they're not friendship energy anymore. They are totally giving main character energy. I mean, this was a nice challenge, nothing too crazy. It was fun. It was still sexy, but not like gross, not X-rated. Work it.
I know. Did you ever go to strip clubs?
Yeah, I've been to a couple with a big group of friends, girls and guys. So that was interesting.
Yeah, I used to go every years ago. My girlfriends and I our friends used to our military Navy Navy SEAL friends used to bring us to strip clubs, and they would give us stacks of money, and we would just sit there and make it rain. Hey, it wasn't my money. It wasn't my money. They gave me their money to make it rain. I think they used to love when I'll bring my girlfriends with us just to go over there and go have fun. Not often. I mean, I didn't go that often.
Yeah. I forgot one time I was in Minneapolis, Minnesota on a work trip with a girl who was fresh out of college. And we just randomly, we saw an unaliving at the Mall of America prior to that night.
Oh my God.
It was a very dramatic night. And then we went out to dinner, and then there was creepy guys sitting next to us trying to take pictures they shouldn't be taking. So then we left dinner, and then we're like, let's go to a bar. We ended up going into a strip club. Okay, where it was all these gorgeous black female strippers, but nothing but white guys in there. And they're looking at us. And the girl that I'm with is an ex-Hooters girl, but still very pure. We walk in there and they're looking at us while this girl is booty clapping her butt. Who the heck are these two white girls? Why the heck are they here? So that was a fun experience.
We're gonna have to do another podcast episode. The funny thing is, it's like they aren't even my
the stripper series.
Yeah, I know. It's the stories that my friends told me, and it's like, and then after hearing these stories, I'm like, oh my God! I'm like, now this all makes sense. And they'll look at these dudes, and I'm like, is this why y'all are friends with me? I'm like, because y'all like black girls apparently. And I'm like, oh.
Oh, funny. After the group vote, Shelly and Ace, they are selected to the hideaway, which was really nice to see. Ace, he was so nervous. He literally sprints into the sand to get that heart that we reflected on at the start of this episode recap. He is so nervous. I think he's on the verge of throwing up. I love that he brought the whipped cream as well. But a lot of people first thought when he walked onto screen for that night, they thought that was like his package. And they were like, whoa, no wonder why everybody loves the short king. But no, it was the whipped cream. It was the whipped cream.
That's funny. How did I miss that?
But it was nice that they ended up being calling it exclusive. I mean, I don't get it. Maybe it's just our age, Kimberly, and maybe you get it. And anyone in the chat, please feel free to educate me. So many of these couples are becoming exclusive, but not officially boyfriend and girlfriend. What the hell is the difference?
It's stupid. It's the way dating is. Be happy that you're married and you're not dating right now. Because dating right now, it absolutely fucking sucks. And it's like, right now, it's like everything gets taken down a different level. So apparently, I guess not exclusive means you're not officially boyfriend and girlfriend. That's a new thing to me, but I guess it's another stuff that's added in there. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's like, it's either you want to be with somebody or you don't. And if you don't, then go away and block that person out so the other person can move on. If you do want to be with them and explore something, do it. But it's a stupid thing. But if you just want to fuck and break backs, like that's fine too. Acknowledge that, but that's
yes,
this is dumb. Like
be on the same page. Be honest about it.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Crazy.
I'm sorry, I got riled up.
No, I like that. Talk about backbreaking. I'm all for that, Kimberly. But some final takeaways on top of the backbreaking that we all want to do is that H and Shelly stepped up big time. Hideaway Magic made them exclusive. Huda and Chris finally got vulnerable and started rebuilding, or so we thought. Bryant and Bryant continue to prove they are the real deal. Alondra and Nick could be the full circle moment we have been waiting for, and Iris and Pepe have quietly become a fan favorite dark horse duo. They definitely did become a secret fan favorite for a certain niche of viewers. I won't get into those niche of viewers because that will bring up a whole different topic that should probably be behind a Patreon wall. But
do that.
Yeah, just some things that I've noticed. But that was the end of episode 33. And before we get into episode 40 or 34, I wish it was 44 because I still would like some more episodes. If you've loved hanging out with us this season, don't ghost us now, Islanders. Hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to both of our channels and tap that bell so you never miss a live again. And as always, do like an Aaron D would do and jump in the chat. Drop your hot takes, couple rankings, favorite quotes. We'll be reading them all and keeping the energy spicy. So let's keep the conversation going because we got more to discuss. So episode 34 is Family Day and the final dumping.
Yes.
The episode kicks off with Shelly and Ace in the hideaway celebrating their newly exclusive status with whipped cream, cozy vibes, and a 10 out of 10 date rating. It's a short-lived bliss because of what happens later on. But what did you think about their time in the hideaway?
I liked it. I really thought it was adorable. It was romantic. I was like, look at Ace. Look at Ace being emotional and sensitive. Not like he hadn't been before, but it was cute. I actually enjoyed it. It was like, you know what? I was like, I'm going to watch them not as a couple playing a game, but I'm going to watch them as a couple about to get intimate and just enjoying themselves and being one and being exclusive, even if we don't know if they're boyfriend and girlfriend, but they're exclusive.
Yeah. I also feel like
that's just driving me wild. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. I also feel like he is more into her, though. I just feel like she's going through the motions. But I hope that I'm wrong. I want love for all. I don't know. I don't see that sparkle in her eye.
You know
with
what? Now,
him like I did
hmm,
earlier in the season.
do you feel?
But
Oh, you
maybe I
feel like it
wasn't
kind of
paying
takes
attention
from.
enough because I was watching it on a little screen on my phone and maybe distracted. I don't know.
But
But
I mean, it
with
could make sense.
Twinkle, oh, go ahead.
Well, I was saying it could make sense because, like, especially whenever bombshells started coming in to the villa and things start happening, and when they started like exploring with other couples, like even with the games, maybe over time she just kind of like drifted a little bit. That could happen. Maybe somebody else caught her eye that we don't know about.
Yeah. Like Chris? Yeah. But
Yeah. Oh, that is
anyways,
true.
it's family day in the villa, so cue all of the motion, tears, and hugs as the Islanders thinks that they are getting video calls. But surprise, their loved ones show up in person, which that has happened
Mhm.
in previous seasons. Maybe
Mhm.
not since COVID.
COVID. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not since COVID. They moved to video chats. And then last year they did that bullshit where only two
Mhm.
couples got to see their family. That
Yeah.
was bullshit.
That was
Bullshit,
dumb.
bullshit, bullshit.
Mhm.
That was ridiculous. That only
I agree.
two of the Islanders got to see their family. That has never happened in any of the Love Island history. That is not fair for all the Love Islanders that have been locked away in the house, away from all their loved ones, dealing with all the chaos. That was cruel last season, in my opinion, but they did better this season. So kudos to the
Yeah.
producers. They did something right this season. Yay,
Mhm.
finally.
Finally.
Hallelujah.
Cheers for the producers.
But let's break down the family visits, Kimberly, couple by couple, starting with Amaya and
Mhm.
Bryant. Amaya's mom and brother showed up, and Brian's dad and
Mhm.
bestie arrived. His mom also sent a video chat due to health. I think that's the reason why she
Yeah.
couldn't be there. Their Latino families vibe hard together, proud,
Uh-huh.
loud, and supportive. Wouldn't expect it to be any other way.
Right. Yeah.
Brian's emotional reaction to his mom's video message is the
That was
moment
sweet.
of the night.
Mhm.
Love it. Both families agree their connection is genuine, strong, and they balance each other out. I love how both sides equally said that they just both love how he stood up for Amaya in that moment and encouraged her to be herself. I loved that.
I know that was awesome.
And I think definitely one of the families that got along the
Mhm.
best too. Next is Iris and Pepe. Their families arrive. Mom and dad for Pepe, mom and sister for Iris. Everyone is proud, but Iris's family doesn't seem 100% sold yet. I think they're happy for
Mhm.
her. They are proud of how she's handled herself. They're probably happy that she's out with
Mhm.
TJ. Like, they're probably thinking, well, Pepe's definitely better than TJ, but maybe
Uh-huh.
they're
Oh yeah.
wondering, is he a fuck boy? But they're not 100% sold. But I don't know if I said this.
Understandably. Yeah. Mhm.
Yes, because he's done a lot of switch ups back and forth.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I forgot what Islanders have said this. What everyone is hoping, thinking Nick and Alondria is from the friendship to lovers is really what Iris and Pepe is. Additionally,
Really?
they also have friendship connections that they didn't even know about. One of his best friends is going to be the maid of honor of one of her best friends' weddings. And neither one of them even knew that. But one of Iris's friends went on TikTok or like social
Oh.
media and
Mhm.
was saying that it's funny that they have a connection And they don't even know that yet.
That's
So
funny.
that's cool. But they call this their best day yet. Very warm, very real. Fingers crossed. Next is Ellie and Ace and Shelly. Sorry, I don't know what I was about to say. Shelly's parents show up, and Ace's, is it his mom and sister? Or no, just his sisters. His two sisters show up, I think.
Okay.
His two sisters show up.
Okay.
Yeah. Shelly's dad, I don't know if you clocked this, but he's stone cold side-eyed.
Ace. Oh, he did. Oh, I missed that. I didn't.
Oh, yeah. He gets side-eyed energy towards Ace. If I'm going crazy, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. But Shelly's mom sees happiness in her daughter, and Ace's mom sends an emotional voice message that breaks him and all of us. Ace's family also invites Shelly to the cookout, so that approval is secured. What did you feel about their family visit?
I thought it was pretty good, but like it's like I thought like Amaya and my families were like my favorites, so that's the one I paid attention to the most. Their visit, but yeah, I thought the visit was the good with Ace and Shelly's parents, but I
it was
was
okay.
mostly focused on like Brian's. I liked Brian's visit a lot with his, especially with the video call with his mom.
Yeah,
I just like him. He's a good dude.
Agreed. Next is Hood and Chris, Kimberly. So both families cry on sight. Chris folds into his mom's arms. Chris's mom and sisters and Huda's sisters all gush over how much growth and healing they've seen. Huda learns her mama's seat in line went viral and breaks down when she sees a surprise video from her daughter. Question, Kimberly, and those watching, do you feel that production should have showed Huda's daughter on video? I think they could have referenced it. We could have heard it all. I'm getting Huda and heard intertwined. Do you think it's appropriate to show the kid? Or I don't know. I've heard that debate.
Let's see here. I would say only if Huda okayed it, and if her child was okay with it, and if Huda was okay with it, then I think that was fine. But if Huda didn't want her child shown on television, don't show her. Like, for example, like Troyan, she doesn't, like my cousin, she doesn't show her kids' faces like on Instagram and things like that, or publications and everything. So she keeps her kids' faces private. But but if I would say, like, if she was requesting it, then yeah. But if she is okay with her daughter's face being shown,
then yes. Okay. So what I found out listening to So Bad It's Good with Brian Bailey, and every week he has the awesome Bergie, and Bergie's still girlfriend from season 5, Taylor. Speaking of which, production, if you're watching Kimberly and I, because we slay these recaps, we need more people like Bergie, aka Bergie-licious, who Phaedra loved. We need more people like him. But he said, you give a big list to production of who you would want them to talk to or not, who you feel comfortable with them talking to or not. And they're supposed to follow that. Mind you, in their season, Bergie season, they decided to get the video chats from his grandparents, who was not even on his list. And then they portrayed his grandparents to be racist. It was really, really bad. His grandpa fell into depression and everything. Bergie went off on production behind the scenes at night as well. because
Oh boy. I
they
didn't
put
know
him in
about
a
that.
bad spot. So,
Oh,
but they're
that's
supposed
crazy.
to go off of the list that the Islanders give them, and at
Provide
least Huda does
okay.
put her kid out there, and her baby daddy is
Mhm.
puts TikToks out there of her too, but all
Yeah.
good. Next is Alondria Nick. Alondria's mom and Nick. Yeah, Alondria's mom only shows up for her body, yaddy, yaddy. Woo! You can tell
Right?
where Alondria gets her
Yeah,
natural
exactly.
body from.
Uh-huh.
And Nick's mom and sister shows up. They're all stunners, and Nick's mom kind of looks like it sounds like the mom from the last season of the White Lotus. I need all the
Yeah.
razorpan.
Piper, no.
Yes. Nick, no. And I
That's a
guess his mom and sister, they lost their luggage when they got to Fiji.
yeah.
So they had to get some free product from Maybelline. They had to buy their clothes
Mhm.
from the gift shop as well. But isn't Alondria's mom just gorgeous?
Yeah, I know, right? Like you said, she gets it from her mama.
Yes. And I really love their relationship as well. They're not
Mhm.
only mother and daughter, but best
Yeah.
friends as
Good.
well. I feel
Yeah.
like the way that they talk is how I could talk with my mom. But both families reveal that they were team Nicolandria from day one. And I think that is genuine as well. I can't imagine how they feel even if they only liked each other as friends. How
Mhm.
pressureful is it? Because they probably have production in their ear. They have America in their ear. They have their family on their shoulders. What type of
Mhm.
pressure bubble does that put you into to just go and leap and do it?
I know, that's the thing. It's like it's gotta be like a whole lot, and it's just you've got the world watching you, and just and not to mention you've got your family and friends. Like a lot of like there could be a lot. I guess they feel like there's a lot riding on it on them, and then it's just
Yeah,
kind of like, how do you function after that, and like how do you process things?
I don't know. I don't know, but we will see. Again, wish them luck. Nick's family drags him for the Sierra situation, meaning the sex in
Mhm.
public, but support his growth with Alondria. They all believe this couple has real outside potential. There is also a romantic villa dinner night where the Islanders dress up for a gorgeous Italian dinner that they make because they are only allowed to make one meal a day, which is their breakfast. Then
Mhm.
production caters lunch and dinner. And during lunch and dinner, Kimberly, I don't know if you're aware of this. The men and ladies, they are separated. You can't talk to your couple. You can talk to the other people of your same sex, but you can't talk any game. You have to talk about random
Mhm.
stuff not having to do with the show. So it's kind of a special moment for them to actually be able to enjoy dinner all together, in case anybody wasn't aware. Amaya and Bryant highlight growth, bonding, and learning from conflict. Huda says Casa Moore brought her strength. Chris doesn't mention her at all. Very awkward. Did you notice that? Like,
Yeah,
she thanked
yeah.
Chris.
He
All the other people mentioned their significant other, but Chris didn't say
he was
shit
like,
about Huda.
at all, like, at
Huda.
all. It was
Which
he
makes
makes
me
this
feel like
voice
he's been
and
putting up a smoke screen the whole time. He says one thing, but then 5 minutes later, he's constantly contradicting himself. Not saying Huda is perfect, but Chris is a
mhm.
damn walking contradiction.
That's why I felt like he didn't know what you want. That's why I still feel like he just doesn't know what he wants.
You can't be that confused. I don't know. I think he just realized he couldn't
Mhm.
fake it. But that brings us to the final twist. America has been voting. So each couple lifts a dish cover to find out the shocking vote of who is safe, who is not. Ace and Shelley are surprisingly dumped from the villa.
Yes.
So I am launching
I
a
was
poll.
kind of surprised by it. Yeah, actually was kind of surprised. Believe it or not. How did you feel?
I felt just like Taylor and Clark. It just sucks. This is Love Island. I don't agree with all of their moves and games that they played, especially Ace and Shelley. I do feel like they both played games and they were manipulative with other folks. But this is Love Island. It's just wild that any time a damn couple actually makes a relationship, it becomes exclusive. America's voting them off. So
You're
then
right.
in the end, this is the final four that we are left with. I understand that they dealt their own cards. So noted future Islanders moving forward. But it's just unfortunate because I do feel like they were one of the strongest couples. So I felt bad. I mean, I feel like they should have at least been I
would have liked
final
to see
four.
them win, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like I would have liked to see them win.
I wouldn't. No.
Really?
No, I feel like they played too much of a game, and that just sets a bad precedent moving forward for future Islanders that come on. That it's not Big Brother. It's
Love Island.
It's not Survivor. It's Love Island. You know what I mean? You should play a little bit of game, but not this game, because how genuine are you really there for love if you're playing all of this?
That's true. Maybe I'm just used to people playing games like on these shows. I got so used to the game playing. I'm like,
yeah. But our final four couples headed into the finale, which again, we didn't even have one of them on our radar last week. Kimberly is Amaya and Bryant, Alondra and Nick, Iris and Pepe, and Huda and Chris. So then, drum roll. We are on our last episode of the season, everyone. The last episode. Episode 35. And I'm curious to know what everyone thinks who had the best date. So definitely drop it into the chat who you feel like, whether you're watching live or whether or not you were in the replay crew. Share, guys, who have the best dates. And if you replay crew, if you are watching and you comment later on, you might get an extra chance to partake in Kimberly and I's giveaway. So just saying, although Aaron D is dominating it. So just saying. But let's go over the final date highlights, because what Love Island does for every last episode or two, depending on the season, is that there will be epic final dates. So Nick and Alondra, they enjoyed a dreamy private island picnic with personal letters from family and devoted to exploring their friend to more connection. I think that there was like little, was it messages in a bottle? I think so.
I think so, yeah.
With them, yes. So that was cute. Iris and Pepe headed out for a romantic sail and ocean date, followed by reflections on continuing their relationship post Villa. Oh, Huda and Chris, you're laughing. That's the reason why you're laughing. It's so bad. It's so bad. Oh my God. This is the most tense bad date in history. In history of Love Island.
Yes. It was so bad, but it was so good for reality TV.
Where's my sage?
Chris is reality TV gold though, and so is Huda. But that whole thing, like, it wasn't even choreographed either. It was just them being them, and then him. I mean, in real life, I would have boom, 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 Chris, but you just can't help but like.
Mm-hmm.
I felt for her though.
Yeah, for real.
Like, why couldn't he just carry her? That was
yeah. So they experienced a tense moonlit dinner on a floating platform. It was beautiful. Yeah. Openly discussing PDA, emotional needs. And he you could tell he wanted to break up with her, Kimberly. You can tell he wanted to break up with her, but he put it on her. You need to be the one to end it. You need to be the one to say it. And she said it. He's like, okay, we're cool, but no, I don't think I can really be friends with you. Bullshit. You wanted her to break up with her. You wanted to be over her. You knew it, but then you turn it all on her. And that was probably slippery AF to walk down. She's short. He's taller. He's stronger. I saw TikTok, and if you look back, production gave him shoes so he could walk on that platform because it's probably slippery. Huda probably needed her help. So after they broke off and he decides to walk off, Huda looked so devastated and broken. I just felt so bad for her in that moment. Again, I'm not saying she's perfect. She could have made different moves 150%. I don't think she deserved that embarrassment. No. Even if you ended a relationship, you still don't treat a female like that. It's just like, it's just like you slamming the door in her face. What? Because you're not together, you can't open a door for her? You can't tell her to watch out for a puddle? Like, come on. But kudos to her for going back and getting that damn champagne, but she should have gotten the fucking bottle, though.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You should have gotten the bottle.
Oh my gosh, I felt for her. But then, like, I thought to myself, I was like, you know what? I was like, I know, because I'm just gonna manifest this and put this out for her. Pray for her all these good things that send her good vibes, juju, that she's gonna end up with a spectacular man. And one day one day soon he's gonna look back and realize that that move that's gonna bite him in the ass.
He did at the finale when he saw her in that dress. I'm just so curious who slid into her DMs. I want to look through her DMs so bad. So bad.
Freaking dress.
Yes. I'm turning lesbian just thinking about her in that dress. She looked stunning. I'm drooling. But yes, so Huda and Chris was a hot mess, but let's focus on the positive, everyone. Amaya and Bryant completed an intimate jungle scrapbook date, sharing childhood photos and unique cultural moments, and sealed their bond by going exclusive. The only couple to do that during the actual finale. And definitely, by the way, production set up this date, made you know that there is no way that they're not going to win it. That just sounded like such a perfect date for the winners of the season. So I just really love that. I really love them. I just hope there's no fakery there. Don't let us down. Like, please just let this be the one silver lining of the season, that they're true.
I think it is.
And if they're not true, it's not because of Amaya, it's because of Bryant. But I think it's true too. So hopefully that is good. But America does their final ranking. So who is ready for the winners? Everybody. Actually, before we get into that, let's go over some key themes and moments as we close out this last episode. There was the breakup heard around the villa or the world, legit. The Hood and Chris fight about affection and PDA reached boiling point during their heartfelt date. He refused to cuddle. And they just both walked away, prompting to leave as friends. I am happy, though, in interviews, he has been talking about her positively. He was sticking up for her during that heart rate challenge against Ace, being like, there's no reason for anyone to be comfortable with that heart race challenge. Huda did her moves. Production had a conversation with everyone prior to on what they are comfortable, what they are not. Everyone was okay. I haven't heard of any other interviews, so hopefully there is no shit talking. We also had a cultural response and fan reaction to Amaya's win, which we will get into. There's some off-show spotlight on Nick and Alondra as well, but let's just get into the final ranking. Fourth up was Iris and Pepe. They finished fourth, but left with a strong and drama-free connection. I think they are one of the couples that will go the furthest from this season. Third is Huda and Chris. They placed third. Again, they ended things I can't believe they ended things during that date. It really marks the first in the whole franchise history, both US and UK, that they exited as friends. And Huda was so surprised that she even got third place. But again, Chris's look will live rent-free in my head when she walks out and he's like... Next is Nick and Alondra. They are the runners-up and fan favorites. Their chemistry sparked the viral Disneyland date post-show. Yes, they did go to Disneyland. And Maya and Bryant are our winners, crowned with the 100K. So at the end, everyone of Love Island, one of the pairs of the couple, actually both of them get an envelope and they each open it up, where either the female or the male is going to have the 100K card, and then they have to decide if they want to split it with the other person. And Brian, of course, said that he was going to split it. And I love that. I don't know if you saw these interviews that Amaya and Brian want to donate to charity. So love that. I think.
That. Oh, that's
yes, they want to donate to a charity. He wants to donate to mental health.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think she wants to donate to those in need or children or something. So they've been stressing that a lot.
So awesome.
I wouldn't be surprised if they donate all of their winnings, because they're going to have brand deals coming out of that, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know, that's what I was about to say. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, but that was the end of our season. And then, as we know, next week, guys, we will be recapping just the overall season, some of the themes, doing lightning rounds of questions. So anybody watching, if you want to join Kimberly and I and actually come on live and join us next Wednesday for kind of like a round table, recapping the season, certain themes, maybe doing some rankings, doing some lightning rounds. It'll be really fun, and we'll also be recapping the first 2 episodes of Beyond the Villa. Have you watched the first episode yet, Kimberly?
I haven't. No, so that's going to be like new for me and exciting to get on, so I can't wait.
So that will be fun. And then in 2 weeks after that, we'll be continuing, every Wednesday covering Beyond the Villa, getting into Love Island UK as well, which everyone says it's a really phenomenal season this year. And Kimberly and I will also try to keep you up to date on the latest Love Island news so that you guys don't have to go through all of the TikToks yourselves and social media.
Right.
We'll do all the dirty work for you guys. We will make it easy as you might be a little bit Love Island hungover. Just take a little bit of break. come with us every week for an hour and a half or so. Will be just the right amount you need. So make sure to join us. But final thoughts of the season, Kimberly.
Well, like I said, I was into it a lot more than I expected myself to be. I realized that I feel like I would like for production just to take a tiny step back, a little bit more of a step back compared to last season. But overall, I feel like it would be cool if they can get some more couples in who have like less of a social media presence like last season. I think that would be really cool to do that and just kind of see watch people like evolve and everything. But I will say that I do give them mad props for bringing Ace on, because that's what really got me into this season, because I was already a fan of his from his dancing videos, teaching people how to dance.
But damn, why didn't those he taught to dance and Babar, did I say his name right?
Yeah, Babar.
Huh? Why didn't they vote for him more? I'm surprised more people didn't vote for him. His followers let him down. He should have had all those votings locked down because of that following. So maybe that proves opposite. But I don't know. It is crazy going into the finale, Kimberly. I thought maybe Huda might win, because in my YouTube poll, it was over 100 posts. I think it was over 100 people voted, and it was Huda and Chris leading it.
Really?
By a lot. Followed by Amaya and Bryant, then Nick and Alondria. And then Ace and Shelly, because I didn't even have Iris or Pepe on there.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Yeah, so I don't know. So Ace's fans let him down. I don't think his fan following is as strong as he thought it was, but damn, Huda's following rolls deep.
Rolls deep. And what it is too, I think it could be the type of following that Ace has. I could see where a lot of his followers aren't Love Island fans, though, and that could make sense to me, where they wouldn't watch the show.
Yeah, but you download the app and you make sure to vote for your boy. Although it's only US though. Ace, babe, build up your US fan base more. Just saying. But this has been fun, Kimberly.
Oh my God, it has been. I've loved this. This has been awesome. It's been great. It's so great. It's worked out so well. And we were literally just trying this as a project, and it's been successful. So
I think I posted something on Instagram about Love Island. And you're like, oh, I can't wait for this season. I'm like,
yeah.
You want to recap it live? You want to recap it every week with me? And boom, 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 here we are.
Exactly. I know, it was funny. I was telling somebody today, I was like, with my time management, I love to when I'm not being super anal crazy about it, I love to super map out my schedule and my days, and I'm like, I can manage to have time to do this, do that, watch this, and put that in. And
I try to, and then it all goes to hell. And then it all goes to hell. Seriously. I try to have a calendar. I haven't filled it out since May. And I didn't even fill out May, and we're in July.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. You be more organized for myself. But Kimberly, as we wrap up tonight's live, I think I not only speak from myself, but for both of us, that we want to say I'm going to try not to cry. I don't know what. Love Island is not going to make me cry, but I've enjoyed doing this with you and everyone as well. But from the bottom of our hearts, everyone, thank you. You showed up week after week with your participation. Also, Kimberly, thank you for your humor, insight, unfiltered reactions. Everyone, thank you for your support.
So
While Love Island season 7 might be done, Kimberly and I are just getting started, as we mentioned. So from new reality shows to hot pop culture commentary, to more live collabs. We've got you cooking up content on both of our channels, both collectively together, but both as individuals as well. We really do balance each other out. So, guys, please make sure to stay tuned, stay subscribed, and keep those notifications on because our partnership, it's giving final couple energy. What?
I agree.
So watch out, everyone.
I can't wait, y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining us again. Like, this has been awesome, like Danielle said. So, are we going to wrap it up here?
Yes.
All righty. Well, I guess I will send this off. Y'all have a good night. Again,
yes,
this is
take
Kimberly
care,
all. Lovely Pop Culture Green Room. Got Danielle. We are off to bed. I know I am. I'm halfway falling asleep.
I had a Red Bull. I'm going to be up for a while, babe.
Oh, you
but
are.
everybody, sweet dreams, replay crew, please drop your comments in the chat and make sure to partake in our live giveaway, which we will be announcing the winners next Wednesday. Thanks all.
Absolutely. Have a good night. Bye-bye.